just did some mic brushing. Another trigger that I wanted to explore is sand. I pressed out this cute little like sacred geometry type of shape, and I was gonna do some sand cutting. So let me do that here for you. Let me know down below what you think. This is something just very short and relaxing for you. Just before we get to the reading, I love the sound of this sand. I'm currently like squishing it out of the shape. Just wanted to do a little of that before we get to the reading. Like I said, let me know if you are enjoying that sand cutting. I know it's mostly tarot card sounds and things like that, but I do want to try to add more triggers in, so let me know what triggers do you like. So along with the tarot deck, because we will be doing tarot, but along with this deck, we also will be using this gods, goddesses, gods, and guardians oracle deck. And this is like many different gods, just to see, like I said, the reading is about, what does the god have for you, or your goddess, spirit, whatever word you like to use. I love source or spirit. But yes, it has different archetypes in here, and we're going to use that at the end. This deck. This is the deck. If you were wondering, let me know if you love scratching sounds. Or tapping sounds. But without further ado, we're going to get reading to see what does spirit want you to do. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the upright Knight of Pentacles, letting you know that there's some practical steps here that you can take to reach your level of success. So whatever it is, like wherever you are headed to right now, you are definitely having to use your perseverance, the spirit of perseverance, and not quitting. Just to get where you are. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely that one that doesn't rush to the finish line, but definitely has that energy of consistent movement towards wherever you want to go. So if you're in a place right now where you're like, I'm not sure where exactly I want to go, or like what I need to do to get there, I think reliable next steps is always a great idea. When you see the Knight of Pentacles come out, this is definitely some good energy here for you. But let's go ahead and see. Let's get four cards to see what you got. Hello in the chat. Thank you so much for commenting. Let me know if you love these sounds from the cards as well. Let's shuffle and see exactly. Let's see. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button if you want to continue to see lives like this. So the first card out is the Ace of Wands. So your inspiration is being channeled here. Your creativity, your passion, whatever you are very passionate about. The one is about, new beginnings, the start of something new. And, if you're asking that question, like the theme of today's reading is what does God want from you? I feel like you're not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. You're not waiting on Spirit. Spirit is waiting on you. So it does take a certain amount of confidence in order to gain the things that you want out of this life, right? And it is very it takes a certain amount of courage to go after exactly what you want, right? So with that energy, right, it's asking you how can you channel your energy and passion towards your goals. What can you do? So a spark of creativity ignites within you. Embrace the fire of inspiration and take action. So I think I said something about that, just in the beginning of, there is the energy of, taking the next step that's like right in front of you. So it's not about having every step figured out. It's just like taking that next step. And like we had that Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is telling you that consistency is what delivers you your desired results. On that card is the energy of slow and steady moves wins the race. So you're not rushing in order to get to the end, but that solid end comes, or that solid win comes with consistent action. So the Ace of Wands is here telling you that this card is bringing those ideas, the new creativity, that burst of energy, because you are connected to the universal consciousness, and this energy is flowing through you with very powerful enthusiasm. So whatever it is, you have so much energy to put towards your creative pursuits, whatever it is. Even if it's something that you feel is more mundane, asking yourself and allowing your creativity to show you, how could this be more fun? How can I spice this up? How can I mix something that I want to do with something that I have to do? And this is a good time to begin this pursuit. You're at a new world of just amazing possibilities and a lot of things being available to you. Ideas are flowing to you. The Ace of Wands is that energy of, it's fire, but it has that air there as well. So that energy, that spark of creativity is like a wildfire with that, blowing that energy that sets something on fire and keeps it going and keeps it lit, which mind you, in the planet wise, that's not a good thing that we want to see. But in our mental energy, in our creative pursuits, that's exactly what we want. We want that energy of a lit fire that is not going out, because it gives us that power to continue to grow and things of that nature. Even if you are just looking at a candle, you want that fire, you want that continuous thing so it can continue to burn the whole wick and not just like part of it and stop. You want that full energy. So the Ace of Wands is what's bringing that to you now, and it is motivating you and inspiring you to pursue whatever new path. And right now, you're open to a lot of new opportunities that are aligned with your highest self. So you're not forcing yourself to be your highest self. You're allowing your highest self to open those opportunities for you step by step. You're not forcing yourself to, do things that feel misaligned. It's very easy because the Ace of Wands is encouraging you to follow your heart and live your passion. So whatever you feel is right. I remember the reading from yesterday when we did with the gateways of activation. It was a card that said there's no wrong path. So that may be something that's calling to you. If you want to go back and watch that reading, it would be great. But if you've been looking for a sign whether the project you are working on is right for you, the answer is yes. As you can see, there's a yes. I love the yes. Amazing. I'm still trying to. I'm still trying to figure out how to like purr without doing too much air on the mic. But let's shuffle again and see what else does God, the Spirit, want you to know. We have the Three of Cups, the Three of Cups, which is the card of celebration, community, friendship, and creativity. Another card telling you that your creativity, so you may be, getting with other people at this time and letting them enhance your creativity. So maybe you have like a group of people that you're working with, and that's just something that you are using to bounce ideas off of each other. There's this powerful saying like where two or more are gathered, Spirit is there, right? God is there, and that energy, it can be very powerful because people coming together, like that energy where you may be lacking on something, someone can pick it up for you and can enhance whatever else. And it may not be anything that they want credit for. It's just something that you giving to them and sparking your creativity in a different way. That through friendship, you all just sharing ideas because you genuinely want each other to win. And that's like the best people to grow with. They're not looking for a handout, and they're also not looking to take any of your spots or anything of that nature. They're just very confident in like helping people, and they know that they have great ideas, and you know that as well. So wherever you're doing as well, it could just be, like I said, building a community as well, not just even with people that you already know, but coming together with like-minded people in some sort of way, and that, bouncing ideas off of them or just playing with ideas with them and, seeing what works. So you may be asking yourself, well, Ace of Wands, I don't know exactly what I want to do within this passion project. Try anything, try everything, try anything at this point to get the ball rolling. And your community that you're building, they will, tell you what they like. They will tell you what you can do better. They'll give you ideas. So it's not about, just trying to go off of everything and trying to create ideas for yourself. It's also an effective method to let the people who are around you shape those ideas as well, so that it is very easy for you to feel confident about the energy that you're bringing to them. So it's a very like energy that's fluid and moving, so you don't feel restricted in any way for your creativity. You love trying new things, and it's people love experiencing that from you, the different side of you. So don't hide your creativity, even if you think this is a silly idea and no one will understand it. Someone out there is waiting and begging for your ideas, and it may seem like so off the wall and misunderstood, but people will definitely gravitate towards it. It's that energy of if you build it, they will come type of energy. And there are people, thousands, there's so many people on this planet, like billions. So there has to be a segment of people, a million people is, mind you, a small amount in the grand scheme of the world. So there are definitely a million people at least that will love whatever creative idea that you have. Okay, let's get another card. the numbers 1, 3, and 8. So 4 and 8. But the Eight of Pentacles here is that same energy, if you will, of that Knight of Pentacles that was at the bottom of the deck in the beginning. It's that same card energy because it gives you that energy of diligence. So those are two of like the harder working cards, because you know that there's a lot of skill development that has to take place. So like I mentioned, just starting somewhere, it it's like a block of clay, right? When you get it originally, or like even this sand, when you get it originally, it's like a mishmash. It's not anything necessarily, but if you take a tool, you can form it into whatever. You form it into something that is going above and beyond. That is, taking that's your hard work. And it doesn't feel hard at the time, especially for you, because you love what you do, because it's using your creativity. We all are creative, even though we have grown up in a society that doesn't foster that creativity. It's mostly a society that tells you to work hard in a different sort of way, but it doesn't tell you to touch your creativity. So there's a lot of great things that you can do by, being someone who is very diligent and hardworking. But you also have to be, someone who plays with their ideas and have fun as well, because that's how you bring a new level of creativity that the world hasn't seen. And that's what makes people so attracted to your ideas. And that's how you gain a community very fast as well. When people can understand your ideas, or just think you have especially unique things to say or bring to the world, that's a way that people are able to follow behind you. Like I said, the sculptor is using his skills to carve out like that pentacle, or if you're using like clay or anything other metaphor, but mastering any skill takes time and perseverance. So you're being patient, and every day you're working on yourself, and you're working to develop your craft in a way that feels creative. But you know that just by doing it, you're tapping into both sides of your brain, the left side and the right side. The creative side is what makes you have fun, but the right side is the doing that you have to do in order to achieve mastery. So you have to take pride in your work, and you may have an opportunity for advancement right now in your career. This card is also talking about advancements. So by doing something, learning something new, a new trade or profession, this is the beginning of a profitable undertaking. So new beginnings are here for you. Even when you look at the number 1, is that new beginning card. And right now you're asking yourself, what areas do you need to focus on to reach your goals? So that is something very important for you at this time. Let's go ahead and get one more tarot card. Thank you for liking the video. Please make sure you do. Every card has fallen on the floor. Alright, the last card is the Magician. Wow, so this is definitely the creativity reading, the diligent worker reading. The Magician is all about being a manifester. This card is about manifestation, creativity, skill, and confidence. There's a really big call here for you to use your creativity. Creativity is seen on each card like 3 times. Also, just talking about skill. 1, 2. I thought something was over here, but growth as well. But there's growth and there's skill here. So you have to. The Magician is the card of will. So saying, I will do this, I will do that. That is your masculine energy that pushes you to like get out of bed in the morning and to wake up with vigor. So if you felt like you've been losing that, if you have that energy here, there's this creativity energy that is coming in for you that is going to light your fire again. And you have to be the one that plays with that. And it may be as silly as, allowing yourself when you're on taking a break, allowing yourself to do something that you did as a kid that felt creative, like drawing. Even in our adult brains, we may be saying, like, drawing. Um, you may like get in your head about it, but what I'm suggesting that you do is, be loose with it, be free with it. If it's dancing, I definitely, or just playing certain games that you loved as a kid. Let's see which God is here for you and what they have for you, because this reading is all about, what spirit wants you to do. So what God is, God or guardian, that spirit wants to give you right now. Let's see. Let's hear some shuffles from this, like, extremely new deck and see. These cards are so new, so it's hard to get it to shuffle, 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 shuffle. I want to make sure it has a really good shuffle air. So I'm going to okay. So the card that we have here is the Pele. Light your fire. This is like the perfect card when we're talking about, what lights you up, what creativity, what you're using to keep this fire lit. So we can see, even with the magician card, we have like that candle up there. What's that fire energy? Every element is here as well, which is crazy. To let you know that, everything that you need is inside of you. So we have fire, we have water, we have earth, and we have air all inside of us, right? And that's why I also mentioned, saying out loud, I will, because that is, an energy of fire as well. That's ether, fire, and just touching your will, touching deep into your, like, root chakra of I am, and what you do most often is who you are. We have 8 in the chat, and we have 8 here. So I'm just letting you know. Oh, also 2 number ones as well. So you may be seeing double numbers of these. The number 1, the number 3, the number 8, and like I said, just having that 1 there as well. But let's get some more information from this goddess here, Pele, and this energy of, like, guardians as well as, gods in this book. They definitely have, like, a different, this like energy is transformational divination, so that you can, like, use whatever amazing energy is coming off of this card, and how asking yourself, how can you, as the god of your own life, asking yourself, how can you incorporate whatever this energy tells you, and how can you see yourself as more divine and act more divine, use your fire to, create exactly what you desire. So this card is all about light your fire, and it says channel your creativity, your creative and emotional passion, get energized. And this is called, Pele. That's her name, Pele. So it's the passionate goddess of volcanoes and of fire who created the Hawaiian Islands. It's kind of crazy. I mentioned, like, fire, and I said it wouldn't be a good thing, but you can think about it in the way of how the volcanoes are, instead of thinking I mentioned earlier. You can think of a volcano, which needs a lot of like earth energy, obviously, because of the rock, but also has to have that air that you can see in the back with the smoke and just the pushing and forcing out, and of course the fire there. But you don't want it to be too out of control, so that's why we have the water. So this energy of the Pele, like I said, is created in the Hawaiian Islands and is said to dwell in the crater of the Kilauea volcano. So this is telling you this energy is exploding into your world today with the volcanic force and searing heat. So prepare to be shaken and stirred. So this energy of, using your creativity, I'm seeing it, it gets you way further than just using your logical and reason mind. So you may be doing a good job at keeping a lid on your emotions and passions, but something is about to erupt. As long as you channel this energy positively, you can boldly let your fiery feelings and creative juices flow. So if you've been feeling lackluster recently, Pele is here to light the fire in your belly. Imagine this flaming goddess standing in front of you, warming up your solar plexus. She sends energizing sparks throughout your entire body. If you're feeling jealous, try this healing remedy. Consider the person you're jealous of as symbolizing an aspect of your own inner power that you haven't claimed yet. I think that would be good because you may even be jealous of your future self. So it's not about being jealous of another person or what they have, although we're human, so it does happen. But I think of it more of the energy of you looking at your future self and being jealous that they get to, live in that desired end already. And, the reason behind all of that is because you are that driving force, you are that fire, and you have to keep fanning that flame within yourself. So even if it's the energy that you haven't fully claimed yet, so you immediately claim it when you speak it out of your mouth. So even saying I will do this, I will do that, that's a way of to claim it. But that's the Ace of Wands way of claiming it, right? The way that you have to claim it in the physical realm is by doing the diligent side as well of the pentacles, right? So you may be having that energy of air, right? The air, even if you look at the magician, which is also the number one, and it has the air energy, letting you know that you can manifest what you desire in your life. It's all in your hands. So you start off with that energy, but the more that you go on the journey, you realize that it takes a lot of diligent hard work, and not even just hard, but it's like a crafting. Hello, hello, hello in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. So it's a diligent work that you have to continuously do, and it does get mundane, so that's why I am telling you, and this whole reading is telling you. It's not me. I'm not even going to say I'm telling you. I use that just to let you know, but it's not me telling you. Spirit is telling you here that it takes a lot of step-by-step processes, and in order to get success, but the way that you continue to actually move and feel good about reaching that desired end is by using your creativity and making it fun. So you may be like betting against yourself, something of that nature, but reframe this energy, reframe the energy. So if you're jealous of someone, or if you're looking at your future self and you're feeling jealous of that, reframe this energy as an inspiration rather than a threat. Obviously, if you're somebody else outside of yourself, you obviously can say, if they can do it, I can do it too. So this goddess here is inviting you to turn up the heat in your life. Be an ardent lover, an enthusiastic contributor, which is also given that Three of Cups energy, which is up here, being, you're celebrating your contribution that you're adding to the world by, just being creative. The world needs more creativity, more creative people, and more people who are willing to, not hold So this card means, express and explore your energy in a way. It could be, your creative energy, your sexual energy, different energy that actually, makes you happier, that makes you, feel inspired, that lights everything that you want in your life. You know what I'm saying? So use that. Use whatever boost of confidence that you can get to not fake it till you make it, but the energy of continuing all along, no matter what, comes in that way. Even like I said, when it gets mundane, you have to channel whatever emotions that you have, even your anger, even if it's your anger, channel that creatively to create positive change through writing, through art, through physical movement. Like I mentioned, whatever you enjoyed as a kid, start doing that again. It could even be campaigning or, speaking towards the public, anything like that. Your voice needs to be heard, and you have to channel whatever you're feeling. If it's anger, there's a lot of things going on in the world that you may be happy about, that you may not be happy about. Your voice and your thoughts matter. So, in order to be heard, you have to, find a way to channel that. And there's a way to also, you can respectfully visit sacred sites, cultural sites, just to be out more in nature. Your invocation for this card is: I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. Okay, so we're gonna go. I appreciate you for watching today's reading. Don't forget to let me know down below which trigger you liked, whether it's the mic brushing of this one, or we have the sand here as well. Is there some sand cutting before we go? Hello to the chat, hello. We also have